You're ready for me.
I knew he was gonna do that. I knew.
That song is hot.
I knew he was gonna do that.
I wanna know your name, man. I wanna know if you got a man. Yeah, you do. I wanna know everything. I wanna know your number, man. If I can't come over, I'm not coming to know tonight. So I can do it all night.
No, that's fine.
You tell me you're just a friend. You tell me I'm just a friend. Okay. You ain't got shit I need. Keep it going.
Hey, how you guys doing? It's Dajon Alford back on the podcast again. I'm here with my co-host.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Kevaan Walton. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much for tuning in. I want to say thank you as well. We're here with we have a special guest.
So grateful.
So gracious. We have a special guest today. Please introduce yourself.
How y'all doing? My name is Keith Washington.
How y'all doing? My name is Keith Washington. Say it again.
I'm not saying it.
Oh, okay, cool. So we have a great show planned for everybody today. It's phenomenal. It's a beautiful topic in a way, and I'm actually happy that Keith decided to come onto the show and you know, talk to us about it, give us a little bit of his story and whatnot. But a little insight. So the topic for the show is coming out, the pros and the cons, and I will take flight on this topic.
Well, let me ask you. What is coming out? What does that mean exactly?
Well, to me, let's picture the woods. Now let's picture a couple people being inside of these woods. And let's picture outside the woods. Inside the woods, you can find anything. Anything may come out these woods. Anything you could think of. You never know. Me and Kevaan, so to speak, don't live in the woods.
First off,
Keith live in the woods.
don't put me in your analogy.
You don't want to be there?
I don't want to be. I don't know where you're going with this. So I'm not sure I want to be in your analogy.
At the end of the day, coming out to me,
This
is my person. Coming out to me means revealing information about yourself that many people may not have known or that you wanted to keep from other individuals that you now feel comfortable to let people know. Keith, how about you? What does coming out mean to you?
Simply put, coming out is revealing to not necessarily the world. It can be any individual person, somebody that you feel close to, your sexual preference. But nowadays it's expanded from sexual preference to gender identity, to whether or not you feel like transitioning male or female to male or female. Coming out.
For me, it's a matter of authenticity. And I think it's important that I think sometimes we categorize coming out to only being specific, or we just hear it always being as coming out in regards to individuals, in regards to sex. But I feel like everybody has something that they're afraid to really come out of. You know what I'm saying? So coming out for me is just generally just speaking, coming out of your shell, or coming out of that secret space. In regards to really being your true, authentic self, whatever that may mean.
I agree. You could have grew up in a family full of athletes and say, no, I really want to play chess. And you was really playing basketball and everything your whole life. And you finally got to a point where you said, I'm not dribbling no more balls. I'm about to play chess. And you know, you come out. Dad, look.
Balls wasn't your thing.
Balls wasn't my thing. I wanted to play chess.
You play chess?
I don't really play it. I know how to play it, but you're not going to find me in Central Park and check me.
No Bobby fishing?
Nah, nobody. You know. What kept you from coming out, and when did you feel available, or when did you feel comfortable coming out to everyone?
Well, to answer the first question, what kept me from coming out was because I believed that in my family setting, that if I came out, I would be ostracized. I wouldn't be accepted in my family. I grew up not in a religious family, but you know, my grandmother she goes to church every Sunday. She's the type of person to quote the Bible at you. Not my whole family isn't like that, but my grandmother is, and I'm very close to her. And for instance, I know she knows, but it's not something that's talked about with her. And that's something that really kept me from coming out. I went to private school, Catholic school, my entire life, up until I was about 16 years old. Then So even then, I didn't feel comfortable coming out because I was in a religious institution. Then moving from one school to another, it was like, I don't want to be the gay kid in school. And even though going to a public school, I knew, people were out, kids were out, and I was just like that. I just don't want that to be me. I don't want to be labeled that.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I actually got to college, went to Seton University. I got to college, and it was where I kind of
Blossom.
You can say that. I met a good group of people.
That's crazy.
I met a good group of people who I felt comfortable enough around to come out. But even
Dajon being one of them, right?
yeah, he was.
I actually got a story as soon as he's done.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
But I came. The first two people I ever came out to were the first person I came out to was one of my friends named Nikisha Vanderpool. I came out to her when she was posting flyers around Seton Hall University for an event. I texted her and I was like, hey, I need to come talk to you. I need to tell you something. She was like, oh, okay. And then I met her at Jubilee Auditorium, and that's when I told her. And she was like, and the sky's blue.
So that I'm how many people were shocked or surprised when you did finally find the
There was
confidence?
only one person that was shocked.
How did that make you feel though?
At first, being completely honest, I was like, damn, is that the perception that everybody had of me? Like, even if I wasn't, like, even if on the inside I really wasn't, that's the perception that everyone had of me.
Mm-hmm.
But then I thought about it, I was like, if I thought I was doing a good job hiding it, I really wasn't. Because even
Keith,
if I look back at pictures, I'm like,
yeah. I saw you, Keith. I knew. Stevie Wonder knew. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't about to come up to you and put you on blast. Like, hey, look, Keith, I know. I wasn't going to do that. But
Right.
When did you know?
when I was at least 7 or 8 years old.
And
7
you
or
knew.
8 years old. Yeah,
Like
I knew
7,
that
8.
there was something different because I wasn't, and as I started getting older, I didn't find women attractive at all. It just wasn't my thing.
When you were 7,
That's what I'm saying.
when you were 7, what year was that?
98, 99?
Who was lit in 1998?
Missy.
No, just Jennifer Lopez. You didn't think Jennifer
J-Lo.
Lopez was sexy?
I
Gay
thought-
dudes think she's sexy, bro.
I mean, I understand her sexiness, but I wasn't personally.
You wasn't like,
that. No, it wasn't.
It didn't turn you on.
if Jennifer Lopez came up to you and just stripped butt naked and had a cheeseburger on her shoulder, what are you going to do?
Wrap up the cheeseburger.
Me, I'm going to examine her body to see if it's really like that or if there's cellulite anywhere that's happening right there.
Oh,
I'm
you
not-
definitely gay. I ain't examining nothing. Hey, bruh, put the cheeseburger down. Put the cheeseburger down. It's time to do. You know what I mean? I ain't examining. Yeah,
I'm
word.
going for.
Yeah. We not doing that. Hey, yo. But all jokes aside, when you started to come out to everybody, right? How did that make you feel? Like when you got to a point where it was just kind of like the norm, or like now and everybody on the same page. Okay, Keith is whatever, and everybody knows. So now did it make you more comfortable, or like were you
so much more comfortable? So much more
Okay.
comfortable because when I was in the closet, I had a lot of self-doubt issues. I was really self-deprecating with myself. Like it got really bad to a point where I was like being completely open and honest. I contemplated committing suicide. So it was really a deep thing because I was like, at that time in my head, I said to myself, I can't do this. I can't come out because nobody will want to be around me. Nobody will want. My family won't want me. I don't know if these people will want me. So I just, if I'm gonna live a life alone, I might as well not live at all.
Throughout the duration of college, Keith assisted us. You was there too. Keith assisted us on
I
making.
graduated.
Keith assisted us.
Super senior.
Keith assisted us on creating a organization on campus, which was called Black Men of Standard, right?
Oh yeah.
Did you hold any other executive board positions?
Public relations officer for Soldiers for Christ, and eventually becoming the president of the Black Student Union.
I say that to say Keith was very active on campus. Nothing really differentiated between you know, his personal sexuality, nothing changed as to the work that he accomplished, the work that he did, the different people that you touched, you know, no pun intended. You had a good spirit on campus. It didn't really change you or nothing like that. Because I feel like people, you know, think to themselves, once they get in their mind that somebody's gay, now that person got to be alienated. You know what I'm saying? But to a certain extent where it's like, okay, nah, I'm not going to go this far with this person. Or some people have, like, they get homophobic, right? It's like, oh my God, I don't want to get near him. If I cut myself, I'm gonna bleed. You know what I mean? Like, and like people get like that. But I feel like, although that was your preference, you understand what I'm saying? It didn't really change who you were, like, as a person. You did the same stuff that me and Kay did. You know what I mean? Me and Kay was on the executive board for stuff. You know.
I need you to clarify.
Yeah, we ain't really do what we did, but you know, you was there.
No, I mean, I'm just at one point for me, I think, and I could be wrong, but you know, I remember growing up. For me, and I'm not too much older than you. Earlier, it was almost like really, it was taboo to even, like, you know what I mean?
It was unheard of.
To hear the word gay or anything like that, like that was real taboo. So for our parents and then even our grandparents, you know, it was really, and this isn't anything new. You know what I mean? Ancient days, they was doing a whole bunch of wild stuff going on. You know what I'm saying?
It's actually, to give you a point, it's actually very true. In ancient Greece, a lot of the warriors were only allowed to fraternize and have sexual. It was allowed back then because they believed that if you love the person you're battling with that much, you will do whatever you have to do to protect them. So it was very
That's deep. That's deep. That's some historical context for y'all. Don't go to Greece. But no, I just think it's really interesting because I think now we live in a social climate where, even though it's not completely, you know, acceptable, I feel like it's a little bit easier now in 2016 or, you know, 2000 for you. Do you feel like that? Like, you feel like it's a little easier now in this social climate, like it's a little more accepting? Like, of course, anything you do, no one is always going to accept you, but do you feel like in this social climate now that, you know, it's a little more accepting?
Nowadays, coming out as just gay, it's not the cool thing anymore.
That's not even cool at this point. It's just like, ugh.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just kind of like the right thing. Of course, there's still some people in some places that have that are against it, but now, you know, we're getting into this whole thing about gender identity and coming out as transgender and what do you identify yourself with as. That's the new fight now.
I feel like we've come so far from, like, the period that Kevaan was talking about where it was taboo almost. Now there's like gay parades and there's gay marriage legalized in certain states and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everywhere now. So, you know, being that it has come so far and now that there's a newfound comfort within it, right? Like what is the new battle? I think I heard you touch on it a little bit, but can we go into depth on that? So the new battle now is what?
One of the biggest new battles is gender identity. What do you, as a person, identify as a gender? If you're a male, do you still identify as a male, or do you identify as a female, and vice versa as a female? Or in a lot of cases, being gender queer, which is, you know, take for instance.
Yeah, queer. Expound on that for us.
Taking for instance, if you're a man but you don't conform into dressing, talking, walking, or doing the things that men do, that you do both. Take for instance somebody, E.J. Johnson, if you know, Magic Johnson's son. Yeah. He identifies himself as genderqueer. Okay. He is not looking to transition into a female, but he likes dressing in female clothes. He likes wearing makeup. So that's something that is considered as genderqueer.
I thought that was sexual, right? When you dress up as a woman, transsexual?
That's cross-dressing when you dress up as a woman.
That's just cross-dressing, so that's not transsexual.
Being a transsexual is identifying as the opposite sex.
So I guess cross-dressing just go on for that now.
Who Mr. C get caught with?
A transgender.
A transgender.
Mm-hmm. So that was a guy that was like, I'm a girl now.
That has made the transition.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So what do you identify?
No.
Let's No, that is what
Mr. C got caught with a man.
That was a girl. That was, you know, just like a girl.
So
it was a girl.
So what was the big thing if it was a girl?
He identified as a girl. It was a man.
Oh, so it was a man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
physically.
That's what I was getting at. That's what I was getting at.
Physically.
Yeah, Mr. C, we still on you.
We ain't forget.
We still on you.
What do you identify as?
Gay. Just gay. I'm a man who is attracted to other men.
You just raw. You just straight to it.
I'm
You
not.
don't want nothing special. Yeah, he said, don't
raw,
give me no
raw,
special
raw
names,
implies
don't-
a whole different
Don't
context.
dash, queer, nothing. Nigga,
First off,
I'm gay.
I'm
bro.
gay.
Raw
I'm
implies
attracted
a
to
whole
men.
different
Raw
context.
just-
No,
oh,
we don't want to. Yeah.
You're the only one going there because raw means real.
No.
Straight to the point. Rugged. Yeah, I can't. What cons do you think still take place today with, you personally?
Well, I think there are still a lot of cons that take place. Although it is now being more widely accepted, we have gay marriage accepted everywhere. There are still people who fight. Like, for instance, one of the things that Donald Trump wants to do is to veto gay marriage.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So we still have, there's still a lot of cons that people, they don't fully accept, being gay. There are a lot of people, take personal life, my grandmother, who thinks it's a choice.
Mm-hmm.
She
She doesn't believe it's just something that you just, born with and
So, so what do you believe?
I know it's something that I was born with because I can't control who I'm attracted to. I've tried numerous times.
Yeah.
I cannot.
When you were in the closet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I cannot control.
So you tried to live that life?
I did. At that time, I believed that, I can choose this. I can change what I am.
Mm-hmm.
So all throughout high school, I was like, if I have sex with girls, and if I have sex with girls, I'll be straight. If that gets around school, also that I've had sex with girls,
You'll
and that
be
these
good.
girls know, I'll be good. And that's what I did. I'm gay.
But you had to be so unhappy.
Like I said, I was very unhappy to the point where I just didn't want to live it anymore. I was very unhappy.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy that you out there now.
I'm
Keith.
glad you're here.
Hey,
I'm glad you're here, man.
I'm glad you're out there. A quick funny story, because Keith told everybody on campus but me. Guess I wasn't important enough. I guess I wasn't there for that slumber party. But there's a party.
You wanted to be at the
There's
slumber
a party.
party.
I mean, I wanted to know. I
You
like
wanted to be at the slumber
I like
party.
to be within the know. I
You
like
wanted
to be in
at
the know.
Just say you wanted to be
I
at the
ain't
slumber
know.
party.
I ain't know.
You wanted to be at the slumber party.
No, I ain't want to be there. A company they call Groove Boston. I'm guessing that they originated in Boston. Whatever. So they go to different colleges. They have these parties. They turn up. Are you comfortable with this?
I'm very.
Yeah, it's too late at this point.
You weren't gonna stop. You weren't gonna stop if I wasn't.
No, I'm not stopping. I'm telling. So they came to my school, and they throwing a party. So I remember waiting in line. There's a long line. Everybody's going through security check, whatever. I'm like looking in the crowd because security check is right in the entrance where you can see what's going on in the party. So I look to my left. And I see this big dude, he going in on this, to my knowledge, I'm like, oh, he going in on this shorty. He going in, he tonguing her, grabbing the cheeks, got the leg up, all that. So I'm like, Dad. So, I walk around, I look, and that little shorty is Keith. So I said, you know what? It's late. I said, I said, so. And he'll tell you ever since that day, and I see him on campus like, what's up, so? You got something tonight? was it real? How you doing? Are you all right? You hurt? You can't sit? Yeah, let me know. You know what I mean? And we often laughed about it, but he'll even tell you like I didn't treat you no different.
No.
It was what it was, but it's always a funny ass story to hear. I was just really shocked that Keith was that short.
So I'm often, there's a few questions that I have from the male perspective, right? So from as a heterosexual male, right? When I see or when I see homosexual men, right, and they have, I often inquire why, like who's the female in the relationship? Like, is there always female-male relationship still, or is it like male-male? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always thought that
Who
was
identifies as the more feminine or masculine?
right. Who identifies as the more feminine or masculine? But I always, from a heterosexual standpoint, it was just like, well, yeah, both men. So I understand, and I respect now, that people identify as different things.
Right.
I understand that, but it was just always like, what's the thought process behind that? Like, for
There are a bunch of different relationships when it comes to if we're just speaking like strictly gay, not bringing in anything else. But there are a bunch of different relationships.
No, in your experience, I mean,
where there are, masculine. I've seen two people who identify as strictly feminine and in a relationship together, masculine and feminine. I actually spoke with at an LGBT community center where a lot of masculine men find something in them who do still identify as out and gay find more feminine men attractive.
When you say feminine men, you mean like the men that
act like women,
exhibit, female characteristics, like those traits.
Yeah.
So,
and I always thought that was awkward because if you like female characteristics,
why
don't you like women?
When you are gay, you are attracted to a man.
A man. You just want a man that
stripped down.
I mean, I know women
naked,
that look like men, though.
Yeah.
But stripped down naked, that's still a man.
That's what you want.
That's what you are attracted to.
But you want a man that does women things. That's
for some people. That's just what attracts them.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. It just
because I've seen
just
relationships where it was two women, but they flat out females. There is no butch. It's just two
but
women.
See, even on that end, I hear, I have friends, that are homosexual, saying, females, and they talk about when I strapped on, and I'm like, but wait, if you
wore a strap, then why didn't you just get that authentic?
Because
why you get that authentic?
Wearing a strap on is still...
You went and got that swing man. You could have got that authentic.
The act of the penetration is still what turns them on.
But they don't want it from a man.
Right.
You lost me.
I mean, it's not lost. I get it, but it sounds like...
So for personal experience with me, I've had sex with women before. Mm-hmm. I did it because I can do it.
But it wasn't what you wanted.
No, but it's not the same thing because you
that's not the same thing.
Because you enjoy having...
It is the same thing because with my eyes closed, a mouth is a mouth.
A mouth is a mouth. I guess it really goes back to you saying that you're born with it rather than it's something that you choose because, it seems like on the platform of gay, right, there's like many branches that fall out. I mean, girl, guy, but there could be a real guy, like a manly man, and then there could be a female man. It could be a butch woman. It could be a regular woman.
But it could
it's just so
twist.
Many, and it could twist.
It could be someone who was born man who then identifies
and they identify. See,
right.
and that's what I'm. And it's actually I'm happy that we had a discussion because I didn't know it. I thought it was flat out you gay. You know what I mean? I didn't know that you identify in certain ways. I didn't even know that y'all was battling with that. So I think that's pretty cool. What message would you give to those that are still in the closet or that are still undercover or whatever? Undercover, that's not so crazy. but that are still hidden.
Yo, stop.
I don't know what the word I'm looking for. I felt bad saying in the closet. Like, is it?
It's what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
There is no other term.
I like inauthentic.
Inauthentic.
That might seem a
but
little.
That's different though. You calling somebody fraudulent.
Right. That's why it might seem a little.
Wait.
They're not fraud for
No.
They are.
No, they are being fraud. If you say
they are.
If you gay, you don't want to say you gay. Then
it's a lot deeper than that.
Because we also hold up. No, we ain't wrapping up. Sorry. Hold your comments in there. What about? How do you feel about these undercover brothers, like who?
That's what I'm about to ask.
Who date women, right? And they live in a different lifestyle.
Yeah, what you got to say about that?
You seen 4 Color Girls? He said, "Just a man, the same one y'all be drooling over in Power, right?
Yeah, the same dude y'all be drooling over.
Just a man, Jones. Yo, shut up. Enjoys company
from other men." That was a great movie, man.
Yeah.
What you got to say about those individuals? That
I don't agree with those individuals. Because it's one thing to not want to come out because there are many reasons to not want to come out from family situations. So you don't feel comfortable to if you for instance, if you know that your family just completely against your religion, they'll kick you out and you're not comfortable with that. Cool. Don't do something that's not gonna make you uncomfortable, but don't then bring somebody else
into your mess.
Into your issues.
So for those of you who may not know, my background is in like psychology, counseling, and stuff like that. So this is why I think this way. Would you say that individuals who are like that are suffering from some type of identity crisis?
I don't know if I would use the words identity crisis because that term defines that you are confused or don't know.
These people we talking about actually know.
Really are. Well, I was talking about somebody who knows and still chooses to act the quote unquote normal way.
Makes sense. So then my next question is, because there are plenty of individuals who have this dual lifestyle, right? Do you think it is at all possible for people to still maintain long, healthy lives, marriages, or relationships with the opposite sex, knowing that they are still fully attracted to the same sex?
If you're in a marriage with somebody and you're married to them, you have children with them, and you keep it secret that you are attracted to men, you are lying to them about who you are. So that's not a healthy relationship, because you're starting off the relationship lying to that person.
Well, the whole thing is a lie. Yeah,
right. But that's what I'm saying. The entire thing is a lie. Now, I also don't think that you can have a healthy relationship if you are solely attracted to, let's say if you're a man and you're only attracted to men, but still married and have children with this woman, because then you're ruining her life. You're messing her up if you are solely attracted to men. There are people out here, bisexuality is a real thing. If you are attracted to men and women,
not to most heterosexual men, ain't no such thing.
Ain't no such thing, man. I mean, hey.
But the most heterosexual men,
I gave you the floor, but hey, look, now I gotta put my foot down. It's just, listen, man.
I respect only because I had a friend who indicated that she was bisexual. However, she said she identifies as being a lesbian, and I asked, "What do you mean? Like, how are you bisexual but identify as being?" She said, "Honestly, I chose lesbian because that's what I prefer. That's what I like more." You know what I'm saying? She's like, she says it's not that she's not attracted to men, but she doesn't see a man and be like, oh, maybe, you know what I mean? But she'd rather be with a woman.
To wrap things up, again, I want to say thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
I really appreciate this topic. I appreciated you coming. I appreciated you giving us that real, being honest with us and stuff like that. That's what we do on the show. So thank you again. Just to kind of wrap things up, I just want to ask you, what message would you give to those that are still in the closet but maybe want to come out, unsure about coming out? What message would you give to those individuals to, assist them, or not even assist? But I don't know what message you're gonna give to them, but what would you say to those individuals?
To start off, it's fun out here. It's real fun out here. This is fun out here, but
wow. First of all, I ain't gonna hold you. Out of all the things I thought he was about to drop,
I didn't think he was gonna be that.
I didn't think he was about to talk about something. It's fun out here.
But in all seriousness, if you are struggling with it or confused about
fun out here.
He said no. He said it's really fun.
First of all, I don't know where here is, but
I don't know where here is, but I need the address. Make sure I don't ever get there. Yeah, I need to know where it's located. Make sure I don't even drive by.
GPS.
I don't even want nobody to see my car and be like,
GPS reroute.
If you are struggling with it, get comfortable with it first. Learn yourself first, no matter how long it takes. Some people it takes a couple of years, some people it takes a whole lifetime, but don't come out just because you feel like it's a necessary thing to come out.
Thank you so much, Keith. We definitely appreciate it again. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dajon Alford. You can follow me on IG. It's _DALFORD_. That's my IG. And on Snapchat, you just type my name is Dajon. Or
tell them what it really is.
DAR3ALIST 89.
What that mean?
I made it when it's the realest 89 because I'm the realest.
Ridiculous. Yes, we thank you for tuning in with us for this podcast. I thought it was an extraordinary show. Keith, I do appreciate you for sharing. For any of you who may be in the closet for whatever that may mean for you. As Keith said, I trust that you will find that safe space for yourself, and I trust that you will spend enough time and find some people who you can truly trust and feel comfortable with. But know that in this case, the grass is greener on the other side for whatever that may mean for you. That you will have people who genuinely care about you and
Happiness.
you will have
happiness,
you will
man.
definitely have people who are part of your life and destined to be in your life that will support you for genuinely who you are and whatever that may be. And trust and believe that you will have haters and people who aren't a part of your life, but the most important thing is that you remain authentic and that you remain true to yourself. So I do thank you again for tuning in. Kevaan Walton. You can reach me on IG at O, the letter, right? O_0_. We out here. WEOUTHERE. Now remember, that here is a totally different place from where his here is. Okay? Okay?
Yeah, we still know that here.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but it's a totally different here. And I'm on Snap. Oh, matter of fact, that's on everything. Snap, Twitter is O_0_. We out here. That's on everything. Follow me.
And you can find me on Instagram at Keith T Washington. It's real simple. Or Snapchat Keith510.
Dajon, what did you come out from?
I had to come out about my height because for a while on social media,
You had to come
I
out.
lied
You had to
and
come
said I was
Coming
six-
out implies that somebody
and said I was
doesn't know.
6'3", and I
Right?
really wasn't.
Like,
And they would keep trying to meet me, and I didn't want to meet.
Coming
So you
out
was
implies
catfishing?
that
I was
somebody doesn't
catfishing
know.
them,
You
and I
was
told them that
catfishing?
my knees hurt, and that's why I can't be walking around meeting you. So now that y'all know my real height, fuck with me or no.
What's your real height? What's your real height?
I'm actually 5'11", so
on a bad day.
on everything. 6 foot with 10s. Can't wait for winter time. What is you saying? What is you saying? What is you saying? Winter time.
We out.
You know, we have a great. Is that really? We have a great. We have a great time.
That just made everyone sound dumb. For all of you,
I know.
you dumb idiots.
I'm laughing because I said gracious.
You're not laughing at the fact that you said for everybody who
I'm laughing because I said gracious.
Great.
I said gracious. I said we're so gracious.
gay.
Like you ain't even allowed him to speak.
I know, yeah.
I'm like, for everyone to know, Keith is gay.
and that's after they got up and left.
End show. Keith is gay.
You just walked out.
Okay, all right, come on. Wait. All right, so, clip that up a little bit, but now I'm about to go.